Hello dear students, myself Dr. POOJA Tomar. Hot dipping. This is the presentation comes under corrosion control. Hot dipping. What is hot dipping? Hot dipping is a process that involves dipping of base metal article into molten mass of coat metal for a sufficient period of time. The molten coat metal is covered by molten flux layer, usually zinc chloride flux, to avoid oxidation of molten coat metal. Characteristics of hot dipping. Base metal or article. It is a metal of high melting point, example iron, chromium, steel. Coat metal or article. It is a metal of low melting point like zinc, melting point around 419 degrees centigrade, and for good adhesions so that the coat metal can stick firmly on base metal, the base metal surface must be very clean. Flux. Flux is used to clean the surface of base metal and it also prevents the oxidation of molten coat metal, and for this purpose zinc chloride is used. Methods of hot dipping. There are two important methods of hot dipping are galvanizing and tinning or tin plating. Galvanizing, it is an anodic coating. In galvanizing, the process of zinc coating on iron or steel is called galvanizing. This process protects iron from rusting. Here base metal is iron or steel, coat metal is molten zinc, and it is used for coating of anodic metal on base metal, means the coat metal is more reactive, means it has negative electrode potential. Process. The process of galvanizing, it falls under three steps. First is acid pickling, second is coating, and third is rolling. Here the experimental setup is given for galvanizing of iron or steel sheets. First of all, the iron or steel sheet is pickled with sulfuric acid to remove the excess traces of dust, rust, scale or any other impurities at 60 to 90 degrees centigrade for about 15 to 20 minutes. Means acid pickling removes the unwanted oxide layer from metallic surface. Second step involves the coating. After first step, the metal is dipped in a molten zinc bath, that is coat metal, at 430 degrees centigrade. The molten zinc bath is covered with ammonium chloride flux which prevents the oxidation of molten zinc. After that, the coated article is taken out. In third step, which includes the rolling with hot heavy rollers. After coating, it is then passed through a pair of hot rollers which removes excess of zinc coating, and a product of thin uniform film of coat metal over base metal is formed, and the process is given here. Galvanizing. Advantages of galvanizing. Galvanized articles cannot be used under acidic conditions because under acidic conditions the acid tends to decompose the zinc coat. Acidic foods cannot be stored in galvanized containers. Second process is tinning. Tinning or tin plating, it is a cathodic coating. Here the principal diagram for tinning of a steel sheet is given. What is tinning? Tinning is the coating of tin on iron or steel sheet is called tinning or tin plating. Here the base metal is iron or steel and coat metal is molten tin. Process has the following steps. Acid pickling means acid washing. The base metal is first pickled with dilute sulfuric acid. Acid washing is done to remove various surface impurities. In second step, coating is carried out. It is then passed through molten tin, which is coat metal covered with zinc chloride flux. This zinc chloride flux avoids the oxidation of molten tin. Third step involves the rolling with hot rollers. Then tin coated iron or steel sheet is passed through a series of rollers immersed in a palm oil bath to remove the excess of tin. Here, this is the palm oil. So, molten tin is covered with palm oil. To remove the excess of tin coating, the palm oil also protects the hot tin coated surface against oxidation. This process produces a very thin uniform film of iron sheet covered with tin. The process is shown in the figure. What are the advantages of tinning? In broader sense, it has two advantages. Tin coating is non-toxic, so it is widely used for coating steel, copper and brass sheets. Secondly, tin coated articles are used for storing foodstuffs, ghee, oil, kerosene and packing of food material. These are the few list of examination question. First question is based on protective coating and how do protective coating help in controlling corrosion? Hint is given. Second question is based on corrosion inhibitors. Describe the anodic and cathodic coating to control the corrosion of metals. Name a few anodic and cathodic inhibitors. The answer is given in corrosion against corrosion part 8. Next question is write short note on following. It is very important question and frequently asked question. Hint is given in hot dipping part 10. What is hot dipping? What is galvanizing? What is tinning? So what we have discussed in this presentation, you can complete your answer in this way. Thank you.